The year is fresh, but these couples are stale. Here's some toxic celebrities headed for divorce this year. Sure, 2025 has only just begun, but you never know it based on the number of celebrity breakups that have already been announced. First, we have Ashley, Adionser, and Tyler Francis, which you may remember from the latest season of Love is Blind on Netflix. Are they celebrities? Maybe not A-listers, but in this social media era we live in, they sure are to the millions of people who watch their season. So Love is Blind Season 7, alums Ashley and Tyler announced their split to People magazine after a little more than a year of marriage. Ashley made a statement that said, "After much reflection, I want to share that Tyler and I have been separated for several weeks and have now made the difficult decision to end our marriage." Ashley said, in a statement, "While I had hoped for mutual understanding and transparency in our relationship, it has become clear that our paths are no longer aligned, making it impossible for me to continue in this marriage." Ashley and Tyler first met in the Love is Blind pods on season 7, which aired in October 2024. The pair formed a very strong bond early on, but things got really rocky when Tyler dropped the bombshell that he was just a baby donor and had 3 biological children. At the time, he insisted he had no relationship with them and didn't even know what they looked like. Though Ashley was initially upset by the revelation, she finally came to a point of understanding, and the two moved forward with their engagement before actually tying the knot in the season 7 finale. However, as the show was airing, it was leaked all over social media that Tyler had more of a relationship than he was letting on to. Photos of him and the kids spending Christmas morning together in matching pajamas circulated like all over the internet, along with allegations that he owed money in child support and abandoned his children to be on the show. At the season 7 reunion, Tyler actually set the record straight, saying he did help a friend and her wife start a family, but he voluntarily stepped in to help care for the children after his friend's wife left her. Now, he also admitted he knowingly lied about not knowing what his kids look like in an effort to protect them and their privacy. He said, "There's pictures of me around. I played a part that became very shaky with a friend. There's no rule book to this, but I do want to let people know Ashley knows all of this. This is news to the world. This has never been news to us." For her part, Ashley slammed people who thought she was, completely unaware of the situation and clarified that Tyler never wanted to discuss the topic on camera. She said, "For people to imply that, she was blindsided, she didn't know, it's insulting to her intelligence," noting that, she and Tyler spoke about it on camera in some capacity so that there wasn't a disconnect with loved ones, but there were things he was comfortable sharing and things he wasn't comfortable sharing. She added, "With him growing up in a single parent household, it was very hard for him to remove himself from this situation and not be involved when this is now a single mom. He wasn't active in his children's lives due to his rocky relationship with the children's mother," and shut down allegations, that he was an absent father because he never intended to be an active one. He said, "I want them to have their family and leave me alone," noting that he simply felt, like a glorified babysitter that the mother of their children needed, money from. It's all messy, and honestly, I could have predicted they would be divorced by some point this year, so truthfully, I'm not surprised. Next. Matt James and Rachael Kirkconnell. Do not come for me again. I recognize these are also reality celebrities, but honestly, as a big reality show lover, and in particular, I'm a big Batch fan, this one did shock me. Matt James and Rachael, were one of the few remaining Bachelor Nation couples still together, that is, until they called it quits in January of 2025. Of course, their time together wasn't always smooth sailing. These two fell for each other on Matt's season of The Bachelor, but Rachel's past questionable behavior was revealed while the show was actually airing, causing Matt to end the relationship during the after the final rose. However, the couple began rebuilding their foundation in April of 2021 while having, very critical conversations, and were together for nearly 3 years before going their separate ways. Season that she would likely be top 3, if not win. Now, on February 4th, 2021, photos surfaced online online of Rachael attending an antebellum-themed plantation party in 2018, causing a reckoning within Bachelor Nation and ultimately leading to Chris Harrison stepping down over comments he made after the fact. Rachael apologizes, and pledges to educate herself, while Matt released a very long statement. Now, on March 15, 2022, the finale of The Bachelor airs, and we see Matt give his rose to Rachael. That same night, Matt and Rachael appear on After the Final Rose and reveal that they have broken up. He tells Rachael, the most disappointing thing for me was having to explain to you why what I saw was problematic and why I was so upset, and adds that when he questioned the relationship, it was in the context of, her not fully understanding his blackness and what it meant, to be a black man in America and what it would mean for their kids. He said, when I saw those things that were floating around the internet, it was very hard. Now, fast forward now to April 7th, 2022, Matt and Rachael are spotted in Brooklyn, and Reality Steve goes ahead and tweets this: "It's been a while, but here's some news. Matt and Rachael, they're not over. They're currently in New York together, FYI. So in other words, they seem to be working on their relationship and or maybe friendship. Now, May 6, 2022, Matt speaks to WSJ Magazine and confirms he and Rachael are in fact dating, and he gives insight into their conversations about allyship, and on May 28th, they actually go Instagram official. So like a hard launch. Now, Matt would go on to compete, on Dancing with the Stars, like all of the Bachelor reality stars do, with Rachael being in attendance to support, and from there on out, it's basically just a series of pics and posts showcasing their love for one another. But in January of this year, and in a prayer on Instagram, Matt announces that he and Rachael have decided to break up. He includes a photo of the first time him and Rachael actually met on the show, writing, "Father God, give Rachael and I strength to mend our broken hearts. Give us a peace about this decision to end our relationship that transcends worldly understanding. Shower our friends and family with kindness and love to comfort us, and remind us that our joy comes from you, Lord." Now, later in the day, a source said that Rachael is being pretty quiet right now, but she was blindsided by Matt's post, had no idea he was gonna post that. She didn't know he was gonna do that, and definitely wouldn't have actually approved of him doing that if she did know. And she thinks it's just as weird as everyone else does. She's humiliated, and that's how the news came out. They add that Rachael is the one who actually pulled the plug, full stop, while Matt knows what he did, whatever that means. So very cryptic, very sneaky, very sketchy. But anyway, Rachael has yet to comment on the split, so just stand by for more details on that one. Jessica Simpson and Eric Johnson are on the already very long list of couples who split up so far in 2025. And if you're wondering what went wrong, sources are spilling all over the place. Before I get into it, a reminder that Jessica confirmed news of her and Eric's split earlier this month, saying in a statement, "Eric and I have been living separately, navigating a painful situation in our marriage. Our children come first, and we are focusing on what is best for them. We are grateful for all of the love and support that has been coming our way, and appreciate privacy right now as we work through this as a family." So what went wrong? Well, according to one of the many sources, the pair have trust issues. An insider close to Jessica alleges that Eric was seen flirting with women at a bar, and another source notes that Jessica is not the type of woman to put up with anything. She's very independent, and she has her own mind and money and her family's support. Meanwhile, yet another person in the know says they've done counseling before, but it didn't get them anywhere, and Jessica wasn't interested in doing it again. They've just had enough of the back and forth, the ups and downs. They just want different things. As for what comes next, apparently Jessica and Eric have a prenup, but things could get messy in their divorce. Oh, and also Jessica isn't going to worry about what Eric's doing. She's doing her own thing too, and for months there was, a lot of speculation of trouble in Jessica's marriage to husband Eric. Now, they've both been spotted without their wedding rings on multiple occasions, and In an out-of-character move for Simpson, neither noted their 10th wedding anniversary in August of 2024 on social media. Simpson also failed to acknowledge Johnson's 45th birthday in September of 2024, and he was notably missing from a set of family back-to-school photos she posted on Instagram that same month. According to sources, the pair had been living separate lives for over a year before making the announcement, back on January 13th. Now, Simpson and Johnson fell fast and hard for each other after meeting at a party in 2010. He had just separated from his first wife, while Simpson, who split from first husband Nick Lachey back in 2005, had recently ended her on-again, off-again romance with musician John Mayer. Simpson said, we connected on all levels. We both were ready for the real deal. They appeared blissfully in love as they navigated life, with their growing families. Simpson often sang her husband's praises, but by November 2024, Simpson was saying she was single and that she wanted a divorce. She'd been spending a good amount of time in Nashville recording her upcoming album. She said, that her comeback would be very personal, adding, it's an apology to myself for putting up with everything I did not deserve. Well, whenever this album gets released, I hope it brings her peace and success. Jessica Alba and Cash Warren have also broken up. Jessica Alba spoke out for the very first time amid her divorce with Cash Warren, expressing how she and the father of her 3 kids were each ready to embark on a new chapter individually. Over a week after news broke that the Fantastic Four actress and her husband Cash Warren had split after 16 years of marriage, Jessica confirmed the breakup with a heartfelt statement that said, "I've been on a journey of self-realization and transformation for years, both as an individual and in partnership with Cash. I'm proud of how we've grown in our marriage over the last 20 years, and it's now time for us to embark on a new chapter of growth and evolution as individuals." Jessica, who shares daughters Honor, who's 16, Haven, who's 13, and son Hayes, who's 7 with Cash, stressed, the amicability of the split, noting how deeply the family is bonded. She added in her statement, "We are moving forward with love, kindness, and respect for each other, and will forever be family. Our children remain our highest priority, and we request privacy at this time." She captioned the post with just a simple little white heart. Cash, for his part, has not addressed his and Jessica's split. While the breakup might not have come as a surprise for, the most attentive of fans, after all, Jessica had appeared on multiple occasions without her wedding ring in recent months. Now, the family of 5 seemed to be as good as ever just days before the split was actually revealed. Over the years, Jessica had been candid about, the ups and downs that come with a relationship of 20 years. She and Cash having met, on the set of Fantastic Four back in 2004. While Warren and Alba separation feels sudden, the good news is that the former couple are still friends and all about the kids despite their split. That's what a source said. So why did they break up? Well, the source revealed, the couple simply lost their magic between them, with the source noting also that Jess has mentioned over the years that it's hard to keep that spark. So sometimes it just be like that, and the only answer is to let go and move on. Who else do you think will be headed for a breakup this year? Let me know your predictions. I'm your host, Ashley. It's been great catching up.